Interesting shoe. Gotta say that I haven't run in a shoe like this before, and it is a shoe that has... You know, sometimes I think as runners we feel like we are invincible. In my younger years, when I was doing tons of running, those little aches and pains and niggles that I used to get, used to just think, it'll be right, Jack, I'll run through that, a couple of weeks, I'll be ready to take on the world. Well, I can tell you now, I'm 56, and any of those niggles and aches and pains, they are just alarm bells going off, warning me to pay particular attention to whatever that niggle may be. So any feelings of invincibility that I had in my late teens or early 20s has long disappeared now that I'm in my mid 50s. And this now brings me to the next shoe in my shoe rotation that I've been talking about here on the channel in recent times. You've already seen that I'm running in the Hoka Bondi 8 and also the Nike Pegasus 39. Well, today I'm introducing the third shoe that I've added to my shoe rotation. Yes, it is another Nike shoe. It's the Nike Zoom X Invincible 2. First run in the Nike Invincible 2s. Interesting shoe. Gotta say that I haven't run in a shoe like this before, and it is a shoe that has had mixed reviews that I've read about, but I really wanted to try it because looking for that extra cushion as part of this training block for that 102K trail race there at Tarawera. Just wanted a shoe that's going to look after the legs. Not probably the best day to have your first run in a pair of shoes in the rain, but they're performing pretty well at this stage. Said before how popular it is here at Daisy Hill with mountain bikers. Lots of mountain bike trails. Bit out of breath, guys. I've just run halfway up this hill. Legs are a little bit heavy this morning. Late night at work, less than 5 hours sleep. Yesterday at Park Run 2, just released the MAF handbrake a little bit. Injected a little bit of speed, 20:08. 3 kilometers solid, 1 kilometer float, and then solid K to finish. I was quite happy with that. It was a run that I would label comfortably uncomfortable. So I worked a little bit. It's just nice every now and then to let the handbrake off and just enjoy it. And from time to time I will do that in this training block. Not every week, just to keep the enjoyment in it and break up the monotonous running to MAF, low heart rate level. So it's all about keeping the enjoyment in running or trying to build a lot of miles and get them into the legs to tackle a 102-kilometre trail race. Over summer it gets really hot here in Brisbane, humidity is very high, and I don't want to bash the body. I want to look after the body this summer, and already I can notice that I am struggling a little bit with the heat this year. I've said that before on the channel. Have fun, look after the body, and we'll see how it goes on February 11. I'm able to throw in that little bit of speed stuff from time to time in this block because I do have a good aerobic base coming off that sub 3 hour marathon. I got to be honest, I'm not sticking religiously to the MAF. I do want to keep that 130 beats per minute as a goal. You know, on my runs that heart rate is going to elevate over some hills, but I want the majority of my runs to be that 130 beats per minute or less. And if you have a look on my Strava, you can see that most of my runs are in that sort of 125 to 130. All right, I've come up the wrong trail. That's good stuff. All right, let's keep going. I know the low heart rate running the slow running is the way to prepare for Tarawera. But I want to keep fun in this block as well, and that's what that park run was all about yesterday. Just having a bit of fun. And it's also a good little test as well, just to see where you are in the training block, and you can gauge any rate of improvement over the course of how many weeks between you do each one of those. I have the MAF tests as well, and they're a great indication for the aerobic base, how that improvement is going, being able to stick to your MAF heart rate level in those tests. Yeah, I am doing things a little differently with the MAF. Like I have always said, with most running methods, you should treat them as a guide. They don't have to be something that's set in stone in your running. All right, my quick thoughts on the Invincible 2s. I've had 4 runs in the shoe, 60 odd kilometers. You saw that first run that I had in the shoe in the wet conditions. The outsole had no issues at all with slippages in those wet conditions. In fact, I was quite comfortable and sure-footed in this shoe on that run. It is a shoe that is unlike any shoe that I have run in before. The upper sits on like this big platform here. It's like plonking something on top of a barge. And when you first put the shoe on and you look down on it and you see this massive wide platform, and you think, oh, is this shoe going to be comfortable to run in? Am I going to be okay? This Zoom X midsole is just so plush. Yes, it's the Zoom X that you do find in shoes from Nike, like the Vaporfly. It is really comfortable. This is a shoe that I have added to my shoe rotation, and it is sitting pretty high up in my ratings of the shoes that I'm using at the moment. This is a shoe that I'm grabbing for those midweek long runs that I'm doing as part of this preparation for the Tarawera 102 trail race. It's perfect for those mid-long runs around that 20 distance, and I'd have no issues at all taking the shoe even further. It's not a shoe though that I would use for those quicker days when you want to pick up the pace. My size, US 11.5, does come in at 342 grams, so it is on the heavy side. Nowhere near as heavy as the Hoka Bondi 8s, which from memory I think were about 375-ish grams. I was looking for shoes to add to my shoe rotation that had this nice plush squishiness midsole, just to look after the legs while I'm preparing for that 102 trail race, knowing that I was going to be doing some more mileage or building my mileage throughout this training block. And this shoe has settled really well into my shoe rotation. It's perfect for what I needed, and it ticks all the boxes for me at the moment. It's got a nice high stack heel here, 39 millimeters. There's a 9 millimeter heel to toe drop. The upper's probably a little bit on the heavy side, especially here in summer in Brisbane. It's going to get quite warm, but I think that's offset by the comfort factor. Really looking forward to pumping some more miles into this shoe. This is going to be the shoe that I'm going to reach for those midweek long runs that I'm doing, those runs which will get up to the 25 and 30 kilometers in preparation for Tarawera. This shoe has met my expectations. It's what I need. It's not going to be a shoe that's going to suit everyone, but for my needs at the moment, this is a perfect shoe heading towards Tarawera 102 ultramarathon trail race in New Zealand in February. There you go, guys. That's it for this video. Just a real quick initial thoughts on running in the Nike Zoom X Invincible 2s. I'll update you as I get more miles into the shoe, just to let you know how it's performing. Let me know, guys, as well in the comments. Are you running in the Nike Zoom X Invincible 2? Be really interested to know what your thoughts are on the shoe. Are you enjoying that soft midsole, etc.? Let me know down in the comments. That's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Really do appreciate you sticking around here and watching these videos. Until I catch you next time, take care, happy running, and I'll see you then.